Have you ever found your greatest teaching moments emerge from your deepest struggles? Today's video continues my special series, Unveiling My Personal Untold Stories. As I prepare for this new chapter in my life, I wanted to share a profound experience that illustrates how our own pain can become a bridge to others' healing. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights on unwinding pain. Greetings. It's nice to see you again, and those who are new here, you're very welcome. Some of the most meaningful moments in my work have come when my professional training and personal experience intersected in unexpected ways. Today, I want to share a story about connection, resilience, and finding joy again after profound loss. In my role as a health educator, licensed clinical social worker, and chaplain, I was asked to visit a man who had recently experienced a severe stroke. The medical team was concerned about his mental well-being. Though he was making physical progress in rehabilitation, he had fallen into a deep depression. He refused to participate in therapy sessions and had withdrawn from family visits. The medical notes described him as non-compliant and giving up. When I entered his room, I found him sitting in a wheelchair facing the window. His affected left side slumped and seemingly forgotten. He didn't turn when I entered, though I knew he had heard me. I introduced myself and asked if I could sit with him for a while. His response was a barely perceptible shrug, the first of many small gestures I would learn to recognize as communication. Rather than immediately launching into encouragement or even spiritual counsel, I simply sat beside him and joined him in looking out the window. After several minutes of shared silence, I spoke. "I see you're dealing with facial paralysis," I said quietly. "I understand that challenge." He turned slightly, then just enough to see me with his functioning eye. I gently pointed to my own face, to the drooping eyelid and slight asymmetry that has been my companion for decades. CRPS, I explained, complex regional pain syndrome. I had surgery that was meant to help, but it triggered nerve damage instead. That was 39 years ago. His gaze intensified, moving from my eye to my hands, which were steady as I arranged my chair to face him more directly. "You function normally," he said, his speech labored but determined. "Now I do," I acknowledged. "But it's been a journey, and I still have moments when I catch my reflection and don't recognize myself." That single statement, that simple truth, opened a conversation that would continue over several weeks. It wasn't my health knowledge or chaplaincy training that created our connection. It was the lived experience of having to redefine myself after my body changed in visible, permanent ways. During our sessions, we explored the complex grieving process that comes with neurological injury. We acknowledged the loss of not just function but identity. The man had been a skilled craftsman whose hands had created beautiful woodwork. Now, he couldn't hold a pencil steadily enough to sign his name. "It's not just the things I can't do," he confessed during one of our talks. "It's that I don't know who I am anymore if I'm not that person. Who am I now?" This question, this profound spiritual and existential questioning, is at the heart of many health conditions. It's not just about managing symptoms. It's about reconstructing meaning when our fundamental understanding of ourselves has been shattered. Drawing from my own experience with CRPS and neuroplasticity, I shared with him how our brains can adapt and create new pathways. But more importantly, I shared how our sense of self can expand to include our changed bodies without being defined solely by limitation. We worked on practical exercises, mindfulness techniques to reduce the frustration during therapy, visualization practices to maintain the neural connections to his affected limbs, expressive arts that didn't require fine motor control. But our most powerful practice was remarkably simple: mirror work. Many stroke survivors struggle with facial paralysis that affects their ability to express emotions. My new friend was avoiding all mirrors and had stopped making video calls to his grandchildren because I don't want them to remember me like this. Together, we started with just 30 seconds of mirror time daily, not with the goal of fixing his appearance, but with the intention of befriending his reflection. Gradually, we explored how the functioning side of his face could express a range of emotions. We practiced half smiles that, with time and repetition, carried authentic joy. "My smile is crooked," he noted one day. "Yes," I agreed, "and it's still your smile. It still means you're happy." 3 months into our work together, I arrived at the rehabilitation center to learn he had been discharged to home care. I felt both joy for his progress and sadness at our unfinished conversation. A week later, an envelope arrived for me at the chaplain's office. Inside was a note, written with painstaking effort by his afflicted hand. The handwriting was wobbly, the pressure uneven, but the message was unmistakable. "Thank you, Chaplain Bonnie, for teaching me to smile again." I keep that note in my journal as a reminder of what healing truly means. Sometimes, healing isn't about eliminating all symptoms or returning to our former selves. Sometimes, healing is about finding joy in our new reality and recognizing that our worth transcends our physical condition. This experience connects deeply to my own journey with CRPS. For years, I saw my condition as something to overcome, to defeat. The breakthrough in my own healing came when I shifted from fighting against my body to working with it, understanding its new language and needs. Through lifestyle medicine and neuroplasticity principles, I gradually rewired both my physical responses and my relationship with my changed body. That 30-year journey led me to where I am now at 72, thriving as an author and a media creator, not despite my experience with pain, but in many ways because of the wisdom it has taught me. For those of you navigating physical changes in your appearance due to illness, injury, or treatment, I invite you to consider a gentle question. What if the goal isn't to erase these changes, but to integrate them into a richer, larger understanding of who you are? And for those supporting loved ones through such transitions, remember that your acceptance, your ability to see beyond the changed exterior to the enduring spirit within, can be profoundly healing. Thank you for joining me for today's emotional story. Please tune in tomorrow for more inspirational Untold Chaplain stories. So it's bye for now, and I'm wishing you a comfortable week.